All right, come on, Officer George. All right. So we had the sisters in a little trouble. Sorry, just lost y'all. What was we at? Anybody?
Around 16.
Okay, so you read that through 68. Okay, Deuteronomy. Jeremiah 16:14 then. Yeah, Jeremiah, yep, go ahead.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 14, says, Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Verse 15, But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
From the land of the what?
From the land of the north.
So it's not going to be no more said that the Lord brought us out of the land of the Chaldeans with the land of the Egypt, but the land of the north. So that's what we're looking for, the Lord to bring us out of the land of the north. Go ahead, read that one more time.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. Continue.
Yep.
And from all the lands, whither he had driven them. Mm-hmm. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
So he says he's going to bring us into our land that he gave unto our fathers. Jeremiah 6:21.
The book of Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 21. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, put your burnt offerings unto your sacrifices and eat flesh.
Jeremiah
6:21. The book of Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 21. Therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, I will lay stumbling blocks before this people.
So God says he's going to lay stumbling blocks before this people. Come on.
And the fathers and the sons together shall fall upon them.
And the fathers and the sons together shall fall upon them. Read.
The neighbor and his friend shall perish.
And the neighbor and his friend shall perish. So you see, the Lord said, the Lord said, the neighbor and his friends shall what?
Shall perish.
Shall perish. So now, because we don't want to keep God's laws, he said, I'm going to bring stumbling blocks upon before this people. The neighbors and his friends shall perish. Give me wisdom of Solomon. Chapter 15. And we're going to start with verse 13.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, chapter 15, verse 13. For this man, that of earthly matter, maketh brittle vessels and graven images, knoweth himself to offend above all others.
So, God says, this man of a earthly matter, maketh brittle vessels and graven images, knowing himself to offend above all others. So now, listen. Think about it. What other people makes an image of God in Christ? Who does this?
Other than us, the Gentile nations.
Esau. I don't know who else is because what
Israelites.
No, make a image of Christ. I'm talking about no, we're talking about a graven image that people worship. All right, read it one more time. Watch this.
It says, for this people, for this man, that of earthly matter maketh brittle vessels,
Make a brittle vessels
and graven images,
and make graven images.
knoweth himself to offend above all others.
So what other people make images of a false god? Let me put it like that. A false god that they worship. White man. He make a fake image of Christ and God. Read.
Verse 14, and all the enemies of thy people that hold them in subjection are most foolish.
And all our people that it says, and all the enemies of thy people that hold them in subjection are most foolish. Come on.
And are more miserable than very babes.
So these people are more miserable than what?
Than very babes.
Than very babes. They are more miserable than babes. Go ahead.
For they counted all the idols of the heathens.
They counted all the idols of the heathens
To be God.
to be God. So you see that's what when we came over here on slave ships, you gotta realize that these people that we was captive by, they don't have no God. So all their God, read that one more time.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, verse 15. For they counted all the idols of the heathen to be God.
To be gods. Come on.
Which neither have the use of eyes to see,
So they don't have eyes to see.
nor noses to draw breath,
Read.
nor ears to hear,
Read.
nor fingers of hands to handle.
Come on.
And as for their feet, they are slow to go.
Come on.
Verse 16. For man made them. For man made them.
For men made these things that our people worship. Men made them. Come on.
And he did borrow his own spirit.
He that borrowed his own spirit,
Fashioned them.
fashioned them according to his ways, how he feels, what he says right, what he says wrong. Read.
But no man can make a God like unto himself.
No man can make a God like unto himself, because he's not God. Read.
Verse 17. For being mortal, he worketh a dead thing with wicked hands. For he himself is better than the thing which he worshipeth. Whereas he lived once, but they never.
So where he lived once, these idols that they worship live never. The Holy Cross, as they call the Holy Cross, Buddha. These things right here, Molech, all these different idols. Go ahead.
Verse 18. Yea, they worship those beasts also that are most hateful. For being compared together, some are worse than others.
Read.
Neither are they beautiful so much as to be desired in respect of beasts, but they went without the praise of God and his blessings.
Say they went about the praise of God and his blessings. They went without the praise of God and his blessings. All right. So now, from her, give me the pick of, give me Caesar Borgia. Alright, do y'all see this? This is Caesar Borgia. Alright, he was born September the 13th, 1475. He died May 12th, 1507. Everybody see that, right? Alright, he was born in Italy and he died in where? Spain. Alright, now, if y'all can see the picture right here in the middle, right there, y'all see that? That's him posing as who? Jesus Christ. That's the same man that is on y'all walls today. Same man. Now, let's go inside. Go down to Duke. I think it's Valentinos. Valentinas. All right.
Okay, read that.
Yes.
It says Duke of Valentinois is a title of nobility. Originally in the French peerage, it is currently one of the many hereditary titles claimed by the Prince of Monaco, despite its extinction in French law in 1949. Though it originally indicated administrative control of the duty of Valentinos, based around the city of Valence, the duchy has since become part of France.
All right. Right there. All right. So now, why I went here is to show y'all the Duke of Valentino. That's what Caesar Borgia was what? That's what he was called. Now, go down just a little bit, make sure it ain't no more on there than I'm on. Alright, that's it. Alright, so now, from there, give me Genesis chapter 36. Take it off, we're coming right back on. Go back to the original page, though. Yep. Genesis chapter 36, and I want verse 15.
The book of Genesis chapter 36, verse 15.
I just want y'all to see something about Caesar Borgia. Remember, he was called the Duke of Valentinos. All right, watch this. Go ahead.
Genesis 36, verse 15. These were dukes of the sons of Esau.
Hold on. What?
These were dukes of the sons of Esau.
So now, let me explain something to you. So, the dukes is Esau. That's their people, their lineage. Everybody understand that? What was I at? What verse?
Here in Genesis?
All right, 15, 16. Read both of them.
Genesis 36, verse 15. These were dukes of the sons of Esau. The sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn son of Esau, Duke Teman, Duke Omar, Duke Zepho, Duke Kenaz.
Read.
Verse 16. Duke Korah, Duke Gatam, and Duke Amalek.
Duke who?
And Duke Amalek.
Read.
These are the dukes that came of Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Ada.
So okay, so now everybody understand that the dukes was Esau. Everybody understand that. Everybody understand the Dukes was Esau. All right, now from her. Give me Exodus chapter 17, verse 7. 17, verse 16. Everybody, let's go to Exodus.
Exodus chapter 17, verse 16.
Hold on real quick. Hey, brothers and sisters, y'all brothers and sisters just joined us. Sorry, brothers and sisters. Somehow our system went down. We back. We gonna name this part 2. You can check out part 1. And this is part 2 or part 1. Alright? Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 17, verse 16. For he said, because the Lord has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek.
With who?
The Lord will have war with Amalek.
We'll have war with Amalek.
From generation to generation.
From what?
From generation to generation.
So the Bible is showing you that the Lord is going to have war with Amalek. From what?
From generation to generation.
So now let me ask y'all a question. Amalek, we just read, was a what? A duke. A duke. Now let's go back. Let's go back to the article, please. See what the Wikipedia. Caesar Borgia. So the Lord said we're going to have war with Amalek. Now watch this. You read that again. Go Duke what? Duke.
The title Duke Valentinos.
Duke Valentinos. So damn. Caesar Borgia was our enemy. That's why of course he posed for as he was the what? Messiah. Now can you go out of that and go back to that first one? The first beginning. What person would you have to be? Point it out for me. What person would you have to be to act as if you Christ?
Matter it is white.
It don't matter if you're white or black.
Yeah.
Why would you act as if you was Christ? Wicked. Go back to go back inside. Now I want you to go back inside, and when you get there, go back to the Duke of Valentinos, and then click on First Creation. Right there, First Creation. Watch this, King Louis.
First Creation, King Louis the 12th of France and Naples created Caesar Borgia, Duke of Valentinos, in 1498.
Read.
Both the Italianized form.
Hold on, stop. So you gotta remember, he was born in Italy, so he was Italian. What that tell you what color the damn Italians are?
Michael.
Okay then, read.
Both the Italianized form of this title and his previous appointment as Cardinal of Valencia.
Hold on, stop. And his previous appointment as Cardinal of what?
Of Valencia.
As King Louis the 12th. Now listen to him. He was a cardinal. That's some type of little priest or something. They're a little bit under a high priest. Read.
Led to his commonly used nickname. Was it Second Valentino?
Valentino.
After Caesar's death.
After Caesar's death.
His daughter Louise Borgia, 1500 to 1553.
That's it. That's all. All right. So now, come out of that for me, MT. And no, I'm sorry, MT. No, that was my fault. Go back to the beginning of Borgia, and then go down. Go back to the Wikipedia. I'm sorry, that was my fault. And then stroll down to Borgia and Leonardo. It's all the way down by the bottom. Come on. There you go. Boiselle and Leonardo. All right, right there. Go ahead, officers.
Boiselle and Leonardo. Cesare Boiselle briefly employed Leonardo da Vinci.
He what?
He briefly employed.
So he paid Da Vinci. Da Vinci didn't pay. He didn't paint Caesar Borgia as Jesus just because he was great. He paid him. These are the things that our people don't understand. So Caesar Borgia, painted as Jesus Christ, paid Leonardo da Vinci to paint him. Everybody understand that? Read that again.
It says Caesar Borgia briefly employed Leonardo da Vinci as a military architect and engineer between 1502 and 1503. Cesare, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Caesar provided Leonardo with an unlimited pass to inspect and direct all ongoing and planned construction in his domain.
So that's why he did that. Everybody understand that? And then, all right, that's it. Go on out of that. I got the main part out of what I want. So now, so he paid Da Vinci. If he was Jesus, would he pay? Let's see if he was Jesus, would he have to pay? Everybody go to Matthew 21. Let me get to Matthew 21 real quick. And I think it's somewhere around 8, 9, let me get there. All right, Matthew chapter 21, and I want when he said, all right, verse 2.
Book of Matthew chapter 21 and verse 2.
Read.
Saying unto them, go into the village over against you, and straightway ye shall find an ass tied, and a colt with her. Loose them and bring them unto me.
You see that, what he said? Loose them and bring them to me. Come on, read.
Verse 3. And if any man say unto you, ye shall say, the Lord hath need of them.
The Lord have need of them. Come on, read.
And straightway he will send them. All this was done.
Stop. What did he say? He said, if any man say to you, say that the what?
Say that the Lord hath need of them.
The Lord have need of them.
And straightway he will send them.
And straightway he will send them. You see that? So the Lord didn't have to pay for what?
Nothing.
So we know that Caesar Borgia, he paid for him to pay him. That was paid. So now let's go. Give me Revelation chapter 13. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 12. Come on.
The book of Revelation chapter 13 and verse 12. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
So the first beast whose deadly wound was healed was wrong. We're not going to go through all of it because we already been through this before. Go ahead, read, watch it.
Verse 13. And he doeth great wonders.
And he doeth great wonders. So it's telling you that's not talking about a beast. That's talking about a what? A man. Read.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire.
That he maketh what?
That he maketh fire.
That he maketh fire
come down from heaven.
So this man doeth great wonders that he maketh fire come down from heaven. Come on.
On the earth.
On what?
On the earth.
On the earth.
In the sight of men.
In the sight of men. Go ahead.
And he deceiveth them.
And he what?
And he deceiveth them.
And he deceiveth them
that dwell on the earth. By the means of those miracles.
So by him making fire come down on the earth, he deceiveth the men. Read.
Which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Saying,
which he had sight to do in the sight of men. Come on.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth.
Read.
That they should make an image to the beast.
Hold on, stop. So now, we understand that Caesar Borgia took that image in the 1400s. But that image didn't become popular until the what? To damn near the war. World War what?
World War I.
World War II. Now watch this. Let me find it. Read 12 and 13 again one more time.
Revelation chapter 13 verse 12. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth.
Read.
In the sight of men.
Come on.
Verse 14. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live.
And a wound by the sword and did live. Now watch this. This is what just came to my mind. Give me wisdom of Solomon. Because like we were speaking about, Caesar Borgia made an image. I mean, he had his image painted in the 1400s, but it didn't come popular until around the 1940 something, right? Now watch this. Give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14 verse 16. Come on.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon in the Bible, chapter 14 verse 16. It says, thus in process of time an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings.
Read it one more time.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14 verse 16. Thus in the process of time an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings.
See, so by the commandments of kings was graven images. Graven images was worshipped by the commandments of kings. That's how that Caesar Borgia painting became popular. That's why it says, "And thus in a process of time," because when he took that photo, that photo didn't become popular of Christ back then. So in a process of time, and then when it was 1945, in the 1940s, then that picture Caesar Borgia took in the 1480s became what? Popular. So then a graven images was worshipped by the commandments of king, because America told everybody this is what Christ looked like. Everybody understand it? All right, from birth. Let me see. Did you finish 14?
Yes.
All right. So now, you know when it says, verse 13, it says, he does great wonders, is making fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Can you bring me up why America actually 15 different countries? Why is America actually 15 different countries YouTube on the YouTube thing? Number 5. No, I'm sorry, number 4. Number 4. That's what I want. Number 4, I'm sorry. Alright, watch this.
It says, yes, after the atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, many nations around the world, particularly those outside the Allied powers, developed a significant fear of the United States.
Damn, yeah, so you see that? So when United States dropped that bomb, the other nations did what? Fear them. They feared them. Let's go back to Revelations 14 again.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 14.
Listen up.
And
Take it off.
And deceiveth them.
And deceiveth them
that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
Stop. In the sight of men. So by those miracles he deceived the whole world because he made everybody scared of him, as if he is the one that had that power. No, it was given to him. What y'all don't realize is, go to Genesis chapter 27, verse 39. Genesis chapter 27, verse 39. Watch this real quick.
The book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. Come on. Verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live.
By the sword shall I live.
And shalt serve thy brother.
And shall serve by thy what? Read it one more time.
In verse 40. And by thy sword.
And by thy sword
shalt thou live.
So Esau, that right there is the Lord letting you know that he was going to give Esau a sword. Yeah, that goes into his fighting powers. But also he was going to give him a sword. Watch this. Give me Isaiah chapter 45, verse 16. $54. I said 45, didn't I?
Isaiah 54.
Yes. And 16.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 16.
Watch this.
Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy.
And I created the waster to destroy. Come on.
That was verse 16.
Read.
Verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper.
So the Lord is letting us know no weapons formed against thee shall prosper. Come on.
And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord.
You see that? So what I wanted y'all to see was, it says, behold, I have created the smith that blow up the coals and the fire and bring forth an instrument for his work. That sword, now today's sword, is weapons. Alright? So Esau has the high-tech weapons. They had the high-tech swords back, ting, ting, ting. But now they got the high-tech weapons, which is swords as well. All right. Now, where we at? All right, so then we finished up the niggas. Yeah, we finished that up. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
all these bad things,
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So all these curses are going to come upon thee and overtake thee. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And cursed shall thou be in the field. So now where we at? Deuteronomy 28 and...
That was verse 16.
All right. Go to 68.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So one of the curses was going to happen to us. It was the Lord was going to bring us into Egypt again with ships. Come on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Uh-huh.
And there,
here in America, read.
Ye shall be sold.
You should be sold
unto your enemies.
So here in America, we was going to be sold into our enemies. For what?
For bondmen.
For bondmen.
And bondwomen.
And bondwomen.
And no man shall buy you.
Meaning no one was going to be able to redeem us. So now, if just in case y'all didn't understand what the Lord Egypt meant, go to Exodus 20. Just in case we got somebody already knew.
The book of Exodus chapter 20 verse 2. It says, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So God brought us out of Egypt, out of the house of what?
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. So Egypt is synonymous with slavery, with bondage, which is slavery. All right. So the Lord said he was going to bring us back in slavery again with ships. Okay. So now from her, Officer George, give me Revelations 11 and 9. So the Lord was going to bring us back into Egypt again with ships. So we just let you know that Egypt right there is not talking about going back into the land of Egypt. Read this, Revelations 11 and 8.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11, start at 8. Verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Read.
Which spiritually is called Sodom.
Sodom, for the homosexuality that is here in America. Read.
And Egypt.
And Egypt, because we are slaves right now still in America. Read.
Where also our Lord was crucified.
Also where our Lord was crucified. How did they kill Christ here? They killed his laws and they killed his image. Read.
Verse 9. And they of the people.
And they of the people. Listen up. And what?
And they of the people.
And they of the people.
And kindreds.
And kindreds.
And tongues.
And tongues.
And nations.
And nations.
Shall see their dead bodies.
So you see, all the nations was in cahoots with us going into captivity. Read that again.
Revelation 11 and verse 9. And they of the people.
And they of the people.
And kindreds.
And kindreds.
And tongues.
And tongues.
And nations.
And nations.
Shall see their dead bodies.
Shall see their dead bodies. Watch this.
3 days and a half.
350 years.
And shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
Meaning they did not suffer us to be put in graves because we were spiritually dead. We was not physically dead. We were spiritually dead. Go ahead.
Verse 10.
Is that it?
That's the end of verse 9.
And okay, you be Habakkuk 2 And I want verse 2.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said,
Hold on. What I'm going to show y'all is when it says they heap to them, when it says in Revelation, and it says, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations. That's what we're going to go over right now. Read what you got.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Come on.
Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it.
Come on, read.
Because it shall surely come, and it will not tarry.
Come on.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in it.
So the Lord is letting them know these people whose souls are lifted up is not right in them. Come on, read.
But the just shall live by his faith.
But the just will live by faith. Come on, read.
Yea, also, because he transgressed by wine.
Because he transgressed by lies. That's what the wine is. Because he transgressed by lies.
He's a proud man.
He's a proud man. Hold on. Because this man who we talking about is still Esau. It's the so-called white man that was Caesar Borgia. Because Caesar Borgia lived by what? Lie. He was saying that he was Jesus, the Christ.
That's right.
He was saying he was the Messiah. But because he transgressed by wine, read.
He's a proud man.
That's why these people are proud right now, because their people lied to them and told them that the Christ is white.
Right.
God is white. The angels is white. But here it is. You really know that's not true. Because white people can comprehend. If they read Revelations 1 and say his feet like under brass,
yes, sir,
that ain't no damn white person. Ain't no damn well what color brass is. You know, they got the right pronunciations, the definitions. They know what brass is.
That's right.
So they transgress by wine. Read.
He's a proud man. Neither keep it at home.
Neither do he keep it at home, because he's always in somebody else's country, calling himself reforming them. But he can't get himself right in his own country. He can't keep that. We got homeless running around here crazy. We got murders going on crazy. But you're trying to reform somebody in their land. What God say about this man?
Yea, also, because he transgressed by wine.
Because he transgressed by lies.
He's a proud man.
Read.
Neither keepeth at home. Who enlarges his desires hell.
Watch this. Why do he enlarges his desires hell? Watch it.
And is as death.
And he is as death. He said, and he is as death. Read. Watch it.
And cannot be satisfied.
And he cannot be satisfied. He is as death. This man is as death. Read.
But gathereth unto him all nations.
Hold on, but he do what?
But gathereth unto him all nations.
This man gathered unto him all nations. He is as death, and he gathered unto himself all nations. Ain't that what we just read?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And heapeth unto him all people.
Let's go back to Revelation chapter 11, verse 9 again.
The book of Revelation chapter 11, verse 9.
Watch this.
And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies.
So now, how did all these nations, because yeah, we were scattered in all nations, but this is talking about one place right here.
Yes.
So this is that you know that America see our dead bodies. How are we dead? How are we dead? Give me Proverbs chapter 21, please. Verse 16. How are we dead? this is how we did, brothers and sisters.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 21, and verse 16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the
You
dead.
see that? So our people ran out of the way of understanding, which is God's law, statute, commandments, and they remained in the congregation of the dead. So now when you go back, and they of the people and the kindred of the tongues and the nations shall see their dead bodies, our people that wandered out of the way of God's understanding. Read.
Shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half.
350 years. Read.
And shall not suffer their dead body to be put in graves.
Because we were spiritually dead, not physically dead. All right. Now from her, give me article. Give me number 5. Give me number 5.
People of the United States are not one nation, despite what the Pledge of Allegiance might have us believe. Rather, the citizenry of the USA is comprised of multiple nations, that is, distinct peoples bonded by shared histories, cultures, or ancestries, and generally occupying a particular region. In short, a naturally manifested collective identity. If you've been with the people of the United States are not one nation, despite what the Pledge of Allegiance might have us believe. Rather, the citizenry of the USA is comprised of multiple nations, that is, distinct peoples bonded by shared histories, cultures, or ancestries, and generally occupying a particular region. In short, a naturally manifested collective identity. If you've been with the channel for a while, what I just brought up should be nothing new to you, but for anyone joining us for the first time who might be thinking, well, Americans do have a collective identity, let's briefly reiterate something we've brought up before in several videos. There is no natural American identity which extends across the entirety of the United States. An American in Georgia is not the same as an American from Massachusetts, who's not the same as an American from Hawaii. American is nothing more than an imperial identity. It's an artificial title defined in this day and age by nothing more than a few ideas. You, sir, from Australia, from the Congo, from Iran, from Germany, can all equally become American if you believe in freedom, the Constitution, and the Founding Fathers. That's not how a nation works, that's how an empire works. Traditionally, an empire expands its territory through conquest, and the citizens inhabiting those conquered lands, who had been a nation of their own, are now made to relinquish or suppress their identity and conform to the imperial identity. You're no longer this, you must become a part of the empire. America hasn't outright conquered or annexed land in quite some time, but instead, and really across all of its history, it draws foreign nations to itself with the promise of opportunity and attempts to conform these desperate individuals into the singular American mold. But this doesn't work, and it never has. From the moment the United States was born...
Unmute. All right. Y'all hear what he said? He said they draw people to America by promising them that they're going to get money, freedom, and all of that. What he just said. Can we rewind it just a little bit? Let's rewind it just a little bit. Go ahead.
And really across all of its history, it draws foreign nations to itself with the promise of opportunity and attempts to conform these desperate individuals into the singular American mold. But this doesn't work, and it never has. From the moment the United States was born, you already had...
All right, you can take it off. So these people telling you that they draw all these people in America by promising them opportunities. He's telling you this is their own people. That's so-called white man right here telling you that's a lie.
Wealth, fame, fortunes, those opportunities, business.
That's a lie. All right. So watch this, man. Where was we at?
It was coming out of Habakkuk.
All right, give me Romans chapter 13, verse 1. Wow. So now you understand when it says He gathered unto him all nations and heaped unto him all people, because they promising people. You remember as he said, he transgressed by wine, by lies. So he tell people, hey, come over here. This is the greatest place in the world to live. And then people get over here and slave their butts off just to survive, just to eat. You come over here and you homeless.
Wow.
Go ahead.
What do you call it? That I want to call it the witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
It started, I can remember when I was little. Hypnosis. I can remember when I was little and they would have us like in the first grade stand up. I pledge allegiance to the flag, da 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 da. One nation under God, and all that kind of crap. But right there, the man was saying we comprise of all these other nations, but we call ourselves one nation. Hearing that over and over and over, your mind doesn't catch the lie.
Okay. And Officer Jordan, you keep on referring to us as them. Your mind is captured too.
I'm just saying when I was little. That's how they did it when we was like them little kids right there.
But we're not a part of America. We captive here. We just live here and we buying time until our Lord come. But yes, you're exactly right.
That's how it started.
Right. They heap unto them all nations, and they promise us what?
Things.
They promise us things. All right. So now, read Romans chapter 13, verse 1.
Romans 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher power, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God.
So the powers that be are ordained of God. Now don't get it twisted. Our job is to follow the law. The first thing in the law is freedom of speech. So freedom of speech, I got the right to teach the Bible as it is what? Written. I got the right to expose who is who in the Bible, because that's the freedom of speech. I'm not killing nobody by telling you who they are and what judgments are come upon them. That is biblical. That's our job. But watch this, read.
It says, let every soul be subject unto the higher power, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God.
Read.
Whosoever therefore resist the power.
So whosoever therefore resisteth the power. So when you resist it to something, you saying that I'm not going to do what they want me to what? Do.
Resist the ordinance of God.
We resisted the ordinance of God. So just what you think is like God put laws here on this land that you think about it. 55 miles per hour speed limit. Well, God is telling you a safe speed where you won't get killed. You might say, well, that's man's speed. No. God told them to put the speed limit at 55 miles an hour. Because that's the safest speed of what you're traveling in. But watch this. Read.
And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
You ever notice people get on the expressway trying to go a million and ended up wrecking somewhere off in the side of the ditch? So these are the things that happen. But watch this. Come on.
Verse 3. For rulers are not a terror to good works.
They not when you doing what's right. So if we follow the laws of the land and we following God's laws, we're perfect, brothers and sisters. Because the rulers of the land is not a terror to good work. How long you doing good, you shouldn't be messed with. Now, do that mean that you won't be pulled over? It don't mean that you won't be pulled over. But when you pull over and you hand your ID and your license, you should be let go what? Free. See what I mean? Read.
But it says, for the rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil.
To the evil.
Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power?
Will you need not be afraid of the power?
Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same.
Read.
For he is the minister of God.
Stop. For this man is a minister of God. That minister is not talking about a teacher. That minister is talking about a helper. He's a helper to God. See, but let's see what he's a helper of God to do. Read.
For he is the minister of God to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil,
But if you do that which is evil,
be afraid.
be afraid.
For he beareth not the sword in vain.
That's that weapon that we was talking about. That's that weapon. He beareth not the pistol in vain. Why y'all think these police is quick to pull out those pistols? Because they not carrying them for nothing. They can't. That's just like having $1,000 in your pocket and you never get to spend it. Are you crazy? Who's gonna have $1,000 in their pocket? You just ain't gonna never spend it. Well, the police, that's like having a gun in your pocket and you'll never get to use that gun. Come on, man. They'll tell you all day, well, we really don't want to never use our gun. They a damn lie. How many of y'all, when y'all was little and y'all was going to go to an amusement park and you was excited and you couldn't sleep? I know I was. I used to stay up all night when we go to the amusement park. I sleep all the way on the way there because I was so tired because I was up all damn night. Couldn't wait to go, but sleep on the trip all the way there. Wake up, I'm ready. 2 hours sleep. But what I'm trying to show y'all is that's the same thing as them with those itchy trigger fingers. They can't wait to kill nobody, bro. They read it again. He said they burn. Read it right there. They burn what?
He says, for he beareth not the sword in vain.
Come on.
For he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil.
Now y'all wonder why, hold on, why would God do that? Why would God do that to us? Watch this, go back to Habakkuk chapter 1.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 1.
Verse 5.
In verse 5.
Now this is why God did this, y'all. Watch this.
Behold ye among the heathen, and regard, and wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your days which ye will not believe, though it be told you.
Though it be told to you. But watch this, read.
Verse 6. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans.
Stop. The Lord said what?
For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans.
So God said he gonna raise up the white man. That's who he's gonna raise up. Because you remember Babylon came in and they tore our walls down, they burnt our houses. They didn't give a hell when they came through her and destroyed our stuff. So God said, I'm going to raise up the Chaldeans. Neither is the white man cured. Just like the Babylonians didn't cure. That's why God calls them the Babylonians. That's why he calls them the Chaldeans. Because just like the Babylonians, which was black back then, didn't cure. Now, Esau got that same spirit on them. That's why in verse 2 and 4, go to 2 and 4.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4 says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in it.
See, that's why God says that. Because he is just like, now watch this, go to verse 6. 1 and 6.
Habakkuk 1 and verse 6.
Watch this.
For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation.
See, when somebody's bitter, you don't mess with nobody bitter. He said bitter and hasty, they will whoop your butt quick. Read.
Which shall march through the breadth of the land.
Read. Because they impetuous. Remember, they don't cure. They got no sense of cure. Read.
Which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places.
To the breadth of the land, they're going to march through the breadth of the land and to possess the dwelling places, what?
And that are not theirs.
That are not theirs. That is not, that's why they came here to America. They took America. They went over to Israel. They took Israel. They go, everywhere these white men go, they go to Africa. They take Africa. It's not just Esau over here You got to remember the French is Esau. Belgium is Esau. Europe is Esau. Italy is Esau. The Netherlands is Esau. The Romans, the Greeks, the French, the Germans, the Russians, Ukrainians, Czechoslovakia. Did I say it right?
It's close. Good enough.
He said, damn, it's good enough. Sound good, did sound good, whatever. Yes. So he said that they gonna roll through the breadth of the land that is not theirs. So that goes to right there. Now watch this. So where was I at, y'all, before I went to? Because I was somewhere before I went to that.
It was in Romans.
Was we in Romans? Yeah, let's go back to Romans. Chapter 13 and verse 4 again. I was just showing y'all how wicked they are, that they are quick to kill you. And our people sitting around here like, oh, look, police is killing everybody. If y'all knew y'all Bible, y'all would understand that God said they was going to do that. That's for y'all brothers and sisters that just, y'all hard-headed. Y'all just don't want to be right. So they put a bullet in y'all butts. Do I agree with our people getting killed? No, I don't. But I'm just reading the Bible, what it says. And some of y'all, that's insensitive. No, it ain't. No. So you said God is insensitive? He just said he's the one sent them on you. He said, lo, I will raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land, and shall possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. But he said he's going to sick these people on us. Ain't that what it said?
That's what it says plainly.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
That's right.
Go back to Romans 3, 13.
Romans 13, verse 4. For he is the minister of God to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil,
if thou doest that which is evil,
be afraid.
Be what?
Be afraid.
Breathe.
For he beareth not the sword in vain.
He beareth not the sword in vain.
For he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil.
He what?
A revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. That's the end of verse 4.
Alright. No, that's alright. Because I don't want, remember last time we got cut off.
Oh.
No, I'm talking to MT. Yeah, because they remember last time. So now watch this. Scripture right there. Right. We at verse 5?
Yes.
All right, we are ready.
No.
Read, go ahead.
Romans 13, verse 5. Wherefore, ye must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake.
So you got to be subject not only for wrath, not for destruction, but also for your conscience sake. Go back to Revelations chapter 13, verse 15, please. We almost done, guys.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Hold on. So now, check this out. He is talking about Esau. Esau had power to give what?
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
So he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Come on.
That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Now, you got to realize, this part right here has not happened all the way yet. That second part, and he caused that many that would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. That's not happened yet. So y'all got to remember, the bottom of 15 ain't but. It ain't happened yet. Now hold on, let me take it back. Yes, it has. Because you gotta remember, I forgot. My bad. Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
When they came over here with the cross. When they came over with the cross, they killed our what? Indian brothers wouldn't do that, right? With worship. But that's coming back again. Watch. Read.
Verse 16. And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
So that mark is, you have to agree with their sin. You have to agree with their lie. See, right there is, read the bottom and calls. Verse bottom of 15. Watch this. All this is going to go together. Watch this, brothers and sisters.
And calls that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Watch this. It's all this is going to happen again. Watch this.
And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
To receive a mark in their right hand.
Or in their forehead.
Or in their foreheads. Now watch this. Isaiah chapter 28 verse 15. I'm going to use this to show y'all the mark that you had to receive in your right hand or your forehead. Watch this.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Read.
Because ye have said,
Because our people are saying,
we have made a covenant with death.
hold on, stop. A covenant is a what?
An agreement.
When you make an agreement, you usually do what with it? You shake on it. I agree, brother. We shake on it.
In the right hand.
With the right hand. Because, read it again.
It says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
So we made a covenant with death. Hold on, y'all. Go back to Rebecca. Go back to Rebecca. Go back to Rebecca. Two.
Did I drop that?
It's all right. It's all right. Go back.
I kept it.
Read verse
Rebecca.
5.
Chapter 2 and verse 5.
Listen up.
Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine.
Lies.
He is a proud man.
He's a proud man.
Neither keepeth at home.
Watch this.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Watch this.
And is as death.
And he is as death. So hold up. So now go back over to Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15.
The book of Isaiah. Oh, I keep dropping it. Isaiah 20.
You killing me right now, officer. Come on now. 28.
20. I don't know how I kept dropping it. Got all these papers over and then put it in the right spot.
All right, come on.
The book of Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 15.
Read.
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
So we made a covenant with death. Death is the white man. That's who we made a covenant with. It's the white man. Everybody understand it? Because we have made a covenant with death. Yep. Bring some more for them. Yep. Come on.
And with hell.
And with hell, with captivity.
Are we at agreement?
Stop. Go back to Revelations for me. 13 and 16.
The book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand.
To agree with it.
Or in their forehead.
And to say they accepted the knowledge of the white man. So they accept hell. They accept captivity. They accept everything that comes with hell and captivity. So they in agreement with the sins of our captivity. Go ahead.
Verse 17.
No, go back. 28, 15.
The book of Isaiah chapter 28 verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
Because we agreed with death. Because we agreed with him. We shook his hand and said we agree with the way you doing things. Read.
And with hell Are we in agreement?
We're in agreement with sin. We are in agreement with because we came to captivity. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28. I know you're holding. Give me some papers in there somewhere. Yeah, give me Deuteronomy 28. There you go. I know you're holding a lot. Give me some papers in there somewhere. Deuteronomy 28:15. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So we came here to America because we sinned against God. We broke his covenant. We broke his laws. So to get home, we came over here to America because of sin. The only way you can go back to your homeland if you come out of what? Sin. So over here, go back to Isaiah 28:15. Come on.
The book of Isaiah chapter 28 verse 15.
Read.
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
He made a covenant with death. Come on.
And with hell are we in agreement.
And with hell are we in agreement. We're in agreement with captivity. We're in agreement coming over here for our sins. We're in agreement with going against God. Read.
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through.
Come on.
It shall not come unto us.
That's what these raggedy damn pastors is telling our people. And I'm talking about you black pastors, because ain't nobody caring about no damn tight suit or Jeff Osteen. Ain't nobody talking about him. I'm talking about you black pastors. You cheap T.D. Jakes. You damn Geno Jenkins. You damn Creflo Dollars. You Anita Bynums. You damn black and you ain't even a pastor, sis. Sit down, read.
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us.
So you telling our people that when the destruction gonna come, they gonna get caught up in the rapture. Shut up. Read.
For we have made lies our refuge.
See, that's the same thing that the white man was doing. You remember he said he transgressed by lies. And that's what our people are doing. We are following that same transgression. We following that same transgression right there. They lied, we lied. Give me drop all that. Give me Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17.
The book of Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes is yet failed for our vain health.
Read.
In our watching.
In our what?
In our watching.
In our watching.
We have watched for a nation that could not save us.
See, so we follow after Esau. We follow after what he does. We want to see what he's going to do, and we follow that as if he does it and don't get in trouble, we not going to get, no. He's the one that got you doing it, dummy. He's the damn liar that the Bible told you about. He's the transgressor. He's the deceiver. Hold on real quick. Give me Lamentations chapter 2. I know, man. I tried to kill my own head.
I thought I seen a little spot, but that wasn't him.
Yeah, I wasn't here. I thought I got him. Give me Lamentations chapter 2, verse 2. Read.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 2, and verse 2. It says, the Lord has swallowed up all the habitations of Jacob.
So God has swallowed all of us up. Come on.
And has not pitied.
Come on. And he has not had no pity on us. Read.
He hath thrown down in his wrath.
He what?
He hath thrown down in his wrath.
So God hath thrown down in his wrath. Come on.
The strongholds of the daughters of Judah.
So he took down the strongholds. The same things that we sit up here and depend on, God gonna turn those things down. The same thing, just like we just read in Lamentations 4. We look for a nation that cannot what?
Cannot save us.
And right here he said he gonna turn down in his wrath the strongholds, the things that we believe in, the things that we feel like protecting us. Read.
Of the daughters of Judah.
Read.
He hath brought them down to the ground.
He brought us down to the ground.
He hath polluted the kingdom.
Read.
And the princes thereof.
And he hath polluted the kingdom and the princes thereof. So what I'm just showing you is that by us following these people, we're following a lie.
Yes.
We're falling in line. Give me Joshua chapter 24. Joshua chapter 24. 23 and 12. I'm sorry. 23, 13, 23, something right there. 23 and 12.
The book of Joshua, chapter 23, verse 12.
Watch this.
Else, if you do in any wise, go back and cleave unto the remnant of these nations.
And we cleave unto the remnant of these nations. Read.
Even these that remain among you.
Read.
And shall make marriages with them.
Make marriages with them.
And go in unto them.
Read.
And they to you.
Come on.
Know for a certainty.
He said, know for certain. Come on.
That the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations from before you.
Why?
But
what?
They shall be snares.
They shall be snares
and traps unto you.
That's what these people are right now to us today. That's what the white man is to us, the Vietnamese man, the Chinese man. These people are the East Elam man, which is the Nepalians. These people are snares and traps unto us. They're snares and traps unto us. Why? Read.
And scourges in your side.
Read.
And thorns in your eyes.
Because they blind you, because you thinking, you looking at them and they say, oh, me so nice, oh, we love you so much, oh, they hug on your arm. You thinking that they alright. But God said they're gonna be what?
And they be scourges in your side.
And what?
And thorns in your eyes.
See, they're gonna be thorns in your eyes. You ain't gonna be able to see these people who they are. You ain't gonna see them for who they are.
Read. Until ye perish from out this good land which the Lord your God has given you.
So I just wanted y'all to see that thing right there. So you got to be careful of these nations. Where was we at? Revelations 16, right? And
yes,
we read. Go back to Revelation chapter 13, verse 17, please.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
That no man may buy and sell. Read it one more time.
Revelation 13, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Now y'all gotta realize is it's gonna come a time. It says, and that no man might buy and sell, save he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. You gotta remember, man. I know we all been asleep because United States will mention things and the news will mention things and it don't happen right away, so everybody will fall asleep on it and then they'll pop it back up on you quick. You remember the currency thing? They want to take money, paper money, and they want everything to go electronic. They want everything to go on cards. And that way they can stop your money at any time where you won't have no money. If you don't agree with their policies. I know y'all forgot about that. It was about 8 months ago, 7 months ago. But I'm bringing it back to y'all today. So a lot of y'all brothers and sisters that's sitting around talking about, well, when they start that, well, I just do this, I do. No, they're gonna turn everything to digital on cards. Now, watch this. Revelation, one more time, 13, 17.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
The mark is what? The agreement with this place. Agreement with white Jesus knowing that he's black. The agreement with sinning against God's laws where we came over here for the sin of God's laws. Well, when you agree with that, you're going to accept the mark of the beast. Meaning you're accepting America for their policies, their ways. And a lot of y'all, I don't know, some of y'all going to accept that. When it comes down to it, some of y'all gonna be like, man, I can't eat, man. I can't eat, man. I ain't got no choice, man. Man, y'all better hang in there. Where's that at, MT? Where's that at? Is that 1 Kings 17? About the raven? Huh? Alright. Let me find it real quick. All right, let's go to where you saying? I was in the wrong spot. Second, first. I forgot where it was at. Boy, this dang on net. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna find it. God, please. Oh. All right, give me First Kings chapter 17 and verse 4.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Start with verse 2. No, just start with verse 1. Come on.
1 Kings 17, verse 1. And Elijah, the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, as the Lord God of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word. And the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, Get thee hence, and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan.
Read, watch it.
And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook.
So he said, it shall be, thou shalt drink of the brook. Watch this.
And I have commanded the ravens.
And I commanded the ravens
to feed thee there.
You see that? So y'all see the ravens bringing up bread? So that's where you got to think. That's God. That's God right there. So now, everybody see that? See the picture up there?
Mm-hmm.
See the ravens bringing them food? So now, go back out of that. Revelation chapter 13, verse 17 again.
Book of Revelation chapter 13, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark.
To say he that had the mark.
Or the name of the beast.
Or the name of the beast.
Or the number of his name.
So when Esau, when it comes to this, brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. Don't crack. Because God gonna provide food for us. Don't crack. But we got to also prepare for this thing. But I'm letting you know that one thing, brothers and sisters, is don't sit up there and say, oh, I ain't got no food. Next thing you know, you wearing a beanie on your head talking about, yeah, Israel, we love the Israel. I don't know the song, I'm just making up one. You be over with the Jewish people, la la la, with some little twisties on your head, some weed being twisties. That's, man, what the hell is going on here? All right, from there, give me Daniel chapter 8. Daniel chapter 8, and let's start with verse 23.
The book of Daniel, chapter 8, and verse 23. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full.
So in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors came to the full. So you got to remember in Luke 21, it says, until the time of the Gentiles be what? Fulfilled. So go ahead, read.
It says, and when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance,
A king of fierce countenance,
and understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
Stop. Let me explain something to you. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 49.
Watch this.
It says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee, from far, from the ends of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies.
As swift as the eagle flieth. Watch this.
A nation,
A what?
A nation,
A nation who's what?
whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Watch this. Here it goes.
A nation of fierce
A
countenance.
nation of fierce countenance. A nation of fierce countenance. All right, so let's go back to Daniel chapter 8. So this same nation is talking about right now. The same nation that came against us for fire was the Spaniards, which was the Romans, which was Esau. Everybody understand that? Go ahead.
Daniel chapter 8, verse 23. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
So we know that this is talking about who?
Esau.
We know this talking about Esau. Read, come on.
Verse 24. And his power shall be mighty.
And his power should be mighty. Ain't nobody got more power than Esau because their military is strong. Read.
But not by his own power.
Not by his own power because Satan gave him his power. Satan gave his power. Let's go to Revelation chapter 13 and verse 2, please.
The book of Revelation chapter 13, verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
Like unto a leopard, which was the Greeks.
And his feet were like as the feet of a bird.
And that bird was the Persian and Medes.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
Like the Babylonians. Come on.
And the dragon gave him his power.
And who?
And the dragon gave him his power.
The devil gave him his power.
And his seat.
And his seat.
And great authority.
You see that? So the devil gave him all that. So then let's go back to Daniel 8:24, please.
The book of Daniel chapter 8:24. And his power shall be mighty.
Mighty.
But not by his own power.
But not by his own power. Read.
And he shall destroy wonderfully.
And he shall destroy people wonderfully. Remember he dropped the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagi what? Nagasaki. Read.
And shall prosper and practice and shall destroy the mighty.
Read.
And the holy people.
You see that? He's destroyed the mighty people out here and the holy people. Uh-oh. That's showing you that America is going to kill us. Read. Here it goes.
Verse 25. And through his policy.
And through his what?
And through his policy.
And through his policies. Uh-oh. And through what?
And through his policy.
And through his policies.
Also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Stop. Give me that last one, MT. All right, this is Project 25. Start right there, Officer George. 25 presidential transition project is a, go ahead, political. Yes, sir. Start right there.
It says, it's a political initiative published by the conservative think tank Heritage Foundation in 2022. The project.
So this Project 25 is made by the Heritage Foundation in 2022. It says that a conservative what? Think tank. Now let's hold on. Before we even hit that, you leave it up, MT. Let me go to this real quick. Officer, give me Psalm 64, please. A conservative think tank. Boy, he is on everybody's nerves. I'm gonna sing this song while you over flying his little wings away. Give me Psalm 64. Start with 2.
Psalm 64, verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Read.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Read.
Who whet their tongues like a sword. And bend their bows to shoot their arrow, even bitter words.
Read.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
That's what we just read. They shoot in secret at the perfect. You gotta remember, it says God's holy people, and they shall destroy the mighty and the holy what? People. How they should shoot at the perfect. Come on. And then they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
And suddenly do they shoot at him.
And suddenly do they shoot at them.
And fear not.
You know why they not gonna fear? Because of this right here. Go ahead. Go back up there. That's all right. Go ahead. So a conservative think tanks, the Heritage Foundation in 2022. Go ahead. The project
aims to promote conservative and right-wing policies to reshape the United States federal government and consolidate executive power under the premise that Donald Trump wins the 2024 presidential election.
You know who's going to win because they need that to happen. Go ahead, read.
It says the project asserts a controversial interpretation of the unitary executive theory, according to which the entire executive branch is under the complete control of the president. Its purpose, reclassifying tens of thousands of federal civil service workers as political appointees in order to replace them with people loyal to the president. Proponents of the project argue it would dismantle what they view as a vast, unaccountable, and mostly liberal government bureaucracy.
So you see that? So they saying they liberal or free government bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy.
All right. So they're liberals. Freedom to do. But watch this, read.
It says the project also seeks to infuse the government and society with conservative Christian values.
Stop. So the project also seeks, this is where it hit us at, brothers and sisters, seek to infuse the government and society with conservative Christian values. Click on that for me, MT, please. Let's just see what that is. Christian rights. Let's see what that is. I ain't even read this, but we're going to read it today. Come on.
The Christian right, otherwise referred to as the religious right, are Christian political factions characterized by their strong support of social conservative and traditionalist policies. Christian conservatives seek to influence politics and public policy with their interpretation of the teachings of Christianity.
There it goes! So now with their interpretation, so if you go against their interpretation, you gonna get locked up. Oh, snap. Go ahead, read.
In the United States, the Christian right is an informal coalition which was formed around a core of conservative, evangelical Protestants, and Roman Catholics.
And the Roman Catholics. But watch this. Christian rights right there.
Christian right draws additional support from political conservative, mainline Protestant, Orthodox Jews, and Mormons.
Everybody that is against God. Go ahead.
The movement in American politics became dominant in the American conservatism starting in the late 1970s.
These 70s, come on.
The Christian right gained powerful influence within the Republican Party during the presidency of Ronald Reagan in the United States in 1980s.
Stop. You know why I said it started in 1970s? Because the Israelites woke up in 1969. That's why. I just want y'all to see that. Come out of there, MT. Go back to the first part. You got me all the way out. Hold on real quick, brothers and sisters. We ain't doing it. All right, come out of that. All right, go down. All right, go down. All right, right there. Project 25.
Project 2025 envisions widespread changes to economic and social policies in the federal government and its agencies. The plan proposes taking partisan control of the Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Department of Commerce, Federal Communications Commission, and Federal Trade Commission, dismantling the Department of Homeland Security, and reducing environmental and climate change regulations to favor fossil fuels.
The favor what?
To favor fossil fuels.
Go ahead.
The blueprint seeks to institute tax cuts, but its writers disagree on protectionism. It recommends abolishing the Department of Education, whose programs would be transferred to terminated. Funding for climate research would be cut, and the National Institute of Health would be made less independent. Stop from funding research with embryonic stem cells or using quotas to promote equal participation by women. The project seeks to cut Medicare and Medicaid.
Hold on, stop.
Wow.
So they gonna cut Medicare and Medicaid out. Go ahead, watch this.
It says, and it urges the government to explicitly reject abortion as health care.
So that's a good thing. Go ahead, but that's the only thing. Go ahead.
Yeah. The project seeks to eliminate coverage of emergency contraception.
Emergency contraception. Come on.
And use the Comstock Act to prosecute those who sin and receive contraceptives and abortion pills.
Hold on. To protect or to persecute those who what?
Those who sinned and received contraceptive and abortion pills.
Contraceptives and abortion pills. So they say they're going to persecute those people that use contraceptives and abortion pills. Go ahead.
It proposes criminalizing pornography.
So it also proposes criminalizing pornography. Come on.
Removing legal protection against discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity, and terminating diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. And affirmative action by having the Department of Justice prosecute anti-white racism.
What is anti-white racism? Can you click on that? Because let's see what we get. I don't know what that is. To reverse racism. Well, let's see what it says.
Reverse racism, sometimes referred to as reverse discrimination, is the concept of affirmative action and similar color-conscious programs for redressing racial inequality are forms of anti-white racism. The concept is often associated with conservative social movements and reflects a belief that social and economic gain by black people and other people of color cause disadvantages for white people.
Man, Lord have mercy. Click back to the regular. Oh my goodness. You see how they try to flip this bull stuff?
Wow.
Man, Lord have mercy. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. The project. The project recommends the arrest, detention, and deportation of illegal immigrants.
Oh, you up there.
Right here, living
in the country.
Read.
It proposes deploying the military for domestic law enforcement. It promotes capital punishment and the speedy finality of those sentences. It hopes to undo almost everything implemented by the Biden administration. Although Project 2025 cannot legally promote a presidential candidate without endangering its with his 501c3 tax exempt status. Many contributors are associated with Trump and his campaign. The Heritage Foundation employs many people closely aligned with Trump, including members of his 2017 to 2021 administration.
All right, stop right there. Jump down there. Click on Agenda 47 program, please. Just want to see a little bit of that. Just a little bit. Read of just, on Johnny 47 program. Go down, go down, go down. Click overview. I read that also.
Agenda 47 is Donald Trump's 24 presidential campaign foreign policy plans. According to the Trump campaign, it is the only official, comprehensive, and detailed look at what President Trump would do if he returns to the White House. It is presented on the campaign's website in a series of videos with Trump outlining each proposal. According to Philip Bump, some Agenda 47 videos appeared scattershot and responsive to current events around early 2023. The proposal appeared to be aimed toward Republican primary voters and slowed down once its primary lead grew in April 2023, to the point where Philip Bump wrote into the Washington Post in June 2024 that neither Trump nor his campaign regularly brings up the plan. Although, according to Phil Mattingly from CNN, it is regularly featured in the script portion of his remarks at rallies.
So it really didn't say what. Go out of that and go down to the next one. Click off that part. Yeah, go down to the next one. Keep on going. Policies. Click it. I'm just trying to see something. All right, go down.
No, read it.
No, hold on, I'm reading a little bit. All right, I see it. All right, take it off. Take it off. So, you see, they trying to come with some. You see the religion thing? So if anybody goes against the way they teach their interpretation of the Bible.
Yes.
So what you think some of the penalties going to be?
Oh, wow.
It's going to be death.
All right. Yes.
It's going to be death, brothers.
Yeah.
But tell y'all right now, that's what they're going to bring forth. It's going to be death if you teach against their word. I'm going to tell you right now. All right? I just wanted y'all to peep that out. So now, when did we read 25, Daniel 8:25? Watch this. Go back.
Daniel, the book of Daniel, chapter 8 and verse 25.
Watch this.
And through his policies, also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
Read.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
And his heart.
And by peace shall destroy many.
Is that what that says on our MT? Fines, death, jail, loss. Is that written? Oh, okay. You was just making the statement, MT. Okay, go ahead.
And it says, and he shall also stand up against the Prince of Peace.
Hold on. Go back. And go back to he shall magnify.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart.
In his heart, he's going to be lifted up in his heart. Watch his read.
And by peace.
And by what?
And by peace.
And by peace. Watch this, brothers and sisters. And by peace. Read.
Shall destroy many.
So by his peace, by him claiming that it's going to be peace, he's going to destroy a lot of people. But watch this, read.
He shall also stand up against the Prince of Peace.
He's going to stand up against Christ. He's going to stand up first against this Bible, which is the people who's teaching this Bible. And then he's going to stand up against Christ. Read. But what?
He shall be broken without hands.
So the Lord going to break his without hands. Yeah, you know that what that was. Read it one more time.
He shall stand up against the Prince of Peace.
Read.
But he shall be broken without hands.
And watch me remind this. Yeah, the Lord going to break his without hands. Now put that beat in her and you'll imagine what I just said. All righty. So the Lord going to break his butt without hands. So now give me Daniel chapter 7 verse 25. Watch this, brothers and sisters. Daniel chapter 7 verse 25. Come on.
Book of Daniel chapter 7 verse 25.
Read.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
Read.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Read.
And think to change times and laws.
And think to change what?
And think to change times and laws.
Come on.
And they shall be given into his hand.
And they should be given into his hands.
Until a time.
For a time.
And times.
And times.
And dividing of time.
And the dividing the time. So they was going to be given unto him for 350 years until we started to work up. But they thought to change. He thought to change times and laws. So he did all that to come down to the point where now he got to kill us because he thought to change times and laws. He thought that he was going to take God's laws and they was going to be done away with, but he didn't think that it's God that's doing this. But I'm going to show y'all what I mean. Watch this. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 18.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 18. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
And the fruit of thy land.
And the fruit of thy land.
The increase of thy kind.
The increase of thy kind. Come on.
And the flocks of thy sheep.
And the flocks of thy sheep. Come on, read.
Verse 19.
Hold on. One more time. Read.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Stop. So, what I want y'all to see here is, let me get there. When we was going to come into captivity, into this land, God says, curse shall be the fruit of our body. Our kids. Our kids is cursed out here in these streets today, brothers and sisters. I'm trying to show you how real the Bible is. Our kids is cursed out here. Our babies is out here shooting each other. They playing, what's that game they play? The little computer game. War for, what's that game the teenagers play? Call for Duty. They playing that shooting game out in the streets for real. You know, I used to play Call of Duty. You could be on your house, a dude could be at his house, all y'all playing on there together. Well, now they play Call of Duty out in the streets for real. So curse should be the fruit of our body, which is our children. Come on.
And the fruit of thy land.
And the fruit of thy land. Our vegetables, our fruits, and all that. Go ahead.
The increase of thy kind.
Our cattle.
And the flocks of thy sheep.
So we was going to lose all those things when we came over here in captivity. How did you lose your kids? Your kids lost you by you separating from God. Your kids didn't have the proper way to grow up. they didn't have the proper understanding of what is right and what is wrong. You have a person go outside and they say they don't do no bad. They just go to work, go home. They'll go outside and put that weed in their mouth. They'll go outside and light up that cigarette. They don't think that they doing no wrong, but that right there is evil within its own what? Self. Now from her. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Watch this.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people.
Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Read.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
What the Bible say?
And there shall be no might in thy hand.
There should be no might in thy hand. Is that it?
That's, yeah, for 32.
So God said, our sons and our daughters, y'all got to look at it. In these school systems today, when your kids in those school systems almost as them are the parents of your kids by they there. You can't even pick you got to buzz in. The school don't even know who you are. You've been there 40 times. You got to still buzz in, show your ID, to just pick up your damn key.
Yeah.
But that goes back to the pride of the white man. Schools is supposed to be innocent. Your teachers boning the students. Church supposed to be innocent. Your priest is boning the students.
Man, yeah.
The rabbis is sucking the babies.
Mm-hmm.
These are supposed to be innocent places. And that lets you know that this is a wicked system that is set up. Because in this systems is set up, kids is getting molested. Babies are getting molested. You got rabbis and priests giving these babies herpes by sucking blood out of they. Where is it at to suck somebody weenie when they born? Anybody show me that?
Nope.
I wish you would come back my key. Pow!
Man. There's some high-tech perversion there, boy.
He said, man, he got a word. He said high-tech perversion.
2024.
2024. Damn. Second address. This is the last scripture. Second address, chapter 2, verse 32. Come on.
The book of Second Esdras, chapter 2 and verse 32.
Read.
It says, embrace thy children.
What it say?
Embrace thy children.
Read.
Until I come. Mm-hmm. And show mercy unto them.
And show mercy unto them.
For my wells run over.
Come on.
And my grace shall not fail.
So God told us to embrace our children, man. Protect your babies. Get them in God's laws.
That's right.
Deuteronomy 6 and 7 real quick. It says, embrace thy children.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 7.
Read.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
Jump over to verse 1 and 2 and then jump to there.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 1. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which the Lord your God commanded to teach you, that you might do them in the land whither ye go.
Read.
To possess it. Verse 2. That thou mightest fear the Lord thy God, to keep all his commandments and to keep all his statutes and commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy sons, and thy sons' sons, all the days of thy life, and that they and thy days shall be prolonged.
Hold on. I just wanted one and 2, and then
That's
jump. Okay, then jump to verse 7.
That was the end of verse 2.
All right, jump to verse 7.
Verse 7. Thou shalt teach them diligently.
Thou shalt teach them diligently
unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, And when thou liest down, and when thou risest up, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they.
All right, so now the Lord told us to teach our children all His what? His laws, statutes, commandments. When they walk is by the way, when they rises up, when they lays down, we should teach our children. Go jump up the verse, go back to 2nd Ezra chapter, jump up to verse 28.
2nd Ezra chapter 2 verse 28.
Read.
It says, the heathen,
What?
the heathen
Read.
shall envy thee.
These heathens is going to envy us for what we doing, brothers and sisters. That's why they're going to kill us. Read.
But they shall be able to do nothing against
You
thee,
see, so they're not going to be able to do nothing against us. Come on.
saith the Lord.
So now watch this. Hold on. Watch this. Even if we die, brothers and sisters, give me Isaiah. Also, hold that. Even if we die, give me Isaiah chapter 57:1. Come on.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 57, and verse 1.
Read.
The righteous perisheth,
The righteous perisheth,
and no man layeth it to the heart.
and no man lay it to heart.
And merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come.
See, so the righteous man perishes, and no man lay it to heart. And merciful men are taken away. Everybody understand that? Now let's go back. Let's go back. 28 again.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, verse 28. It says, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee,
Read.
saith the Lord.
Come on.
My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell.
So God said his hands gonna cover thee, so that children shall not see hell. Come on.
Be joyful.
What?
Be joyful,
Read.
O thou mother,
Come on.
with thy children.
Read.
For I will deliver thee, saith the Lord.
So God said he's gonna deliver us out of the place where the powers that be. Because he is the power. So with that, brothers and sisters, thank y'all for joining TTIC today. And with that, we'll say
Shalom.